Throughout the history of man, one of the greatest questions that people ask about others is why do they do what they do? It's a question of motivation. What is the motive behind what we do? It's one of the first questions a prosecuting attorney will ask when trying to convict someone accused of a crime. What was the motive behind this? It's really fascinating because it's an effort to get into the mind of someone to discern just what they're thinking. We'll often get offended when we think someone is questioning our motive in doing something. You want to get a rise out of someone? Question the purity of their motives. We don't like being doubted when it comes to why we do things. In Galatians 6:12 through 16, the Apostle Paul addresses the motives of legalistic Christians as they were insisting that new believers be circumcised in accordance with the Mosaic law. He says in verse 12, those who want to make a good impression outwardly are trying to compel you to be circumcised. The only reason they do this is to avoid being persecuted for the cross of Christ. He goes on in verse 13, he says, not even those who are circumcised obey the law, yet they want you to be circumcised that they may boast about your flesh. Paul saw right through the legalistic motives of those who only wanted to take credit for the conversion of these brothers and sisters to faith in Jesus Christ and avoid being persecuted by some of their own kind. Listen to what he says in verse 14. May I never boast except in the cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, through which the world has been crucified to me and I to the world. We have nothing to boast of when it comes to our conversion or anyone else's. We should always look to the work of Christ on the cross and boast about what God has done for us through Christ. It was the grace of God on display. It has nothing we can accomplish on our own. Paul says neither circumcision or uncircumcision means anything. What counts is a new creation. May our motives in the spreading of the gospel always be pure. And may we live lives that are marked by the grace of Jesus Christ, always focused on what really counts. Jesus making all things new. Change begins in you.